Hi, can you believe it? We're on the last day already. Welcome to day 5 of the Feel Great When You Date 5-Day Challenge. In our last video, we talked about the importance of really focusing on what you want so that you can attract what you want. And in today's video, we'll be looking at how to take responsibility for your own happiness and enjoy the dating process. So our topic today is the T in great. Take charge of your happiness. If you go out on a date already dreading it, worried about what will happen, or expecting another dud, it's not going to go well. And it will feel off-putting to the other person. It also puts too much responsibility on them to make the date enjoyable for you. Just like in a relationship, it's our job to make ourselves happy, not the other person's. We talk a lot more about this in my Single to Soulmates program, but the idea is that by learning how to incorporate things you love into your life, you make yourself happy regardless of what the other person is doing, which makes you magnetic to your soulmate. So when it comes to dating, it's really important to shift your attitude, go determined to enjoy yourself no matter what, and find a way to make it fun. And a side bonus of doing this is that it will also make you seem more fun to the other person. So how can you have fun when dating? Well, here's some strategies. The first one is to choose to do an activity you already love, or you can be adventurous and try something new. I think it's also important when you're first meeting someone to admit to somebody out loud if you're feeling nervous and make light of how awkward dating is. And the cool thing about this is the second you voice that, it will make you feel more comfortable, and it will also make the other person feel more comfortable too. It's also a good strategy to trade funny dating stories. It's a really great icebreaker. You can also go prepared with some cool conversation starters and suggest something interesting to talk about. It's also important when you go dating to look for what you enjoy about them, even if they're not the one. And better yet, look at it as research and add it to your list of what you want in a partner. If something does go kind of wrong or really weirdly, then it's important to just laugh about your funny dating stories and share them with your friends. But be careful on this step to not spend a lot of time complaining. And then it's also important to reward yourself for trying. So you might, for example, plan a really nice candlelit bubble bath for yourself or watch a funny show or movie. I find when we do things that we naturally love to do, it allows our best side to shine and it elevates our energy, making it more likely that the date will go well and that the other person will enjoy their experience with us. It also allows us to enjoy ourselves, even if we're introverted and find dating challenging. So your assignment is to make a list of activities that you could do and places you could go that would be fun for you no matter what. Just make sure it's a public place for the first few dates and that you drive yourself there. Then when you meet someone you're interested in, you can suggest that activity or place. Guys usually love it when girls suggest where to go because they want to please you. And if you pick the place, they don't have to guess what you'll like. So here's some examples of categories you can think of. A favorite coffee shop or dessert place. A new place you've been wanting to try. Something active outside like a walk in a park, a public park preferably. Something active inside like roller skating is coming back these days. A public event or concert or show, a charitable event, an art gallery or museum. Those are all some really good general ideas. So just to recap, your assignment is to make a list of things you'd enjoy doing on a date. Use the categories I suggested to help you brainstorm, but pick specific examples. You can even Google date ideas in whatever location you're from, for example, Ottawa, for ideas. So let's review what we've covered over the course of the last 5 videos. Oh, and I forgot to say with the challenge assignment, once you've made your list, pick your top 3. Okay, so here's the review of what we've learned over the course of the last 5 videos. So feeling great when you date involves these 5 steps. First, get in the alignment game. Finding your ideal partner is not a numbers game, and it doesn't require going on a million dates. What's important is to make sure your energy or your mood is in alignment with what you want before you head out there. If you feel frustrated, stop and refocus on what you enjoy about your life and come back to dating when you're feeling more positive. The second step is to realize what you want. It's important to have a clear picture in your mind of the kind of partner you want to attract. Don't just date willy-nilly and accept whoever picks you. Be intentional about who you want to be with. Third, embrace your priceless value. It's so important to find a way to believe that you're amazing and deserve a great partner. If you don't believe this yet, keep working to raise your self-esteem. We do a lot of work on this in my Transform Your Life program. Fourth, actively focus on what you want. Shift your focus away from what you don't want. Instead, focus on the best in each person you meet. Look for examples of the kind of partner you want. Keep shifting your focus away from the negative and back to the positive. And then finally, take charge of your own happiness. Choose activities and places you enjoy no matter what, so that you have fun regardless of whether the other person is it or not. And if something goes wrong, laugh about it, make light of it. Don't take it so personally. There are bound to be a few Kia Rios out there. Keep looking for your BMW. So I hope this content has been valuable to you and help you to see that there's a better way and that dating doesn't have to be so painful. But I know, and you know, that there's a bit more to it than that. The dating world has changed a lot in the last decade with the advent of smartphones and online dating. And there are a lot of minefields that you probably want to avoid. So would you like to know how to stay safe out there and avoid those mines? If so, I have an exciting free training to share with you that expands on what you've been learning here called Dating Demystified. In this content-packed 90-minute online masterclass, you'll learn how modern dating has changed, the 10 biggest dating mistakes people make and how to avoid them, how to be safe when meeting strangers, how to know if they're into you, and how to meet your soulmate. So if you're interested in learning more about dating so that you can find your ideal partner sooner rather than later, I invite you to join me for Dating Demystified. I'll be sending you more information about this free training, so please give it some thought. And I'll see you either way on Facebook.